Hey guys, so I decided why not do a reading on the coronavirus or COVID-19 or whatever we're calling it. And I got a really interesting reading back. So all I decided to ask was, how is this going to affect humankind? And so I'm just going to go over it really quick because I don't want to make a long video. But so the first card I got was the star card. So, the first one was like hope, so hope. And then I got the Empress in reverse, which was, shit. So the Empress is like the most powerful form of the divine woman or divine feminine. There we go. So she feels very out of balance and out of power. And then these two cards fell out together. So I decided to read the entirety, the entirety of this column together. So the Four of Pentacles in reverse kind of just felt like, like the people right now are feeling like all they worked hard for, all they saved for was all for naught. And everything they were believing in and wanting and hoping for ended up in this Eight of Cups scenario of wanting to just walk away. And then the world being in reverse, that it's just their worlds are in pieces right now. Then the next card here, sorry for the glare from the lamp, is the Chariot. So because people have hope, they're going to take their power back. I'm sorry, this was Temperance, not the Empress. I'm sorry. So there was an internal imbalance. So this whole row here, or this column here, kind of felt like the upper echelon. That's what I kept hearing, the upper echelon, the people in power, the government, the big business that's holding us hostage of being able to pay our rent, and while this is happening, and to be able to buy food while this is happening. They got the Eight of Wands in reverse. So that seemed to be a lot of internal strife, a lot of hearing I'm hearing the shit's hitting the fan for them. They know that this whole thing is starting to crumble. Then in this double column with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and the Hermit together, it feels like people are starting to realize, well, they're literally being put into almost a hermit mode physically by their no choice of their own. They're starting to reevaluate their priorities. They're starting to see that capitalist culture, the more you have, the coolest toys, the biggest television, the nicest shoes, things like that, don't mean anything. So maybe for some people it'll be a big change and they'll be a minimalist, but some people, they're just going to start realizing they don't have to have Christmases for their children where they spend their whole paycheck for months on end doing it. So I think that's the part of the shifting energy here. And then the next card was the Strength card. So the world that feels broken and everything, they need to continue to stay strong. So then here in the outcome, the outcome, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And typically it talks about the normal and upright, it's balancing things. But this one was more about there's the idea of being forced enjoyment. I was well, we are kind of being forced to enjoy our bullshit lives the way they are, even though we aren't happy. But then it also went on about letter exchanges and things like that. So I asked to clarify it. Of course, I need to. And then I get the Hermit in reverse, which is almost being secretive and doing things behind the backs, and then clarified that, like, okay, what are we writing these letters about? What are these emails? What is this sneaking going on? And it's all about family. So I think this is saying that, like, so we've taken it back into our control. So fine, we'll pretend that we're fine and play cool, sitting in our houses. But really, we're seeing what we can do to say we're not happy with this anymore. We're tired of it. So next to the upper echelon column here, I got judgment, and judgment came out like cockeyed and sideways. So I kept it that way because I didn't know what to do. I clarify it. I get the devil first, and this fell out with it, the Two of Swords. So judgment, we're gonna be judging some heavy stuff here. We're gonna be judging this stuff not only of ourselves, our personal judgment. I mean, of our greed and our vices and things like that. But they're gonna be judged for theirs, and it's gonna be serious. However, they're in good company, so. Yeah, we're still, things are still gonna be hidden by the moon. But I do think a lot of people, hopefully even in our government, and I hate to say hopefully, but I feel like they're gonna be affected by this, and it's gonna change their minds too on how to continue living their lives. Then here, if I can remember which one it is. Got the Seven of Wands and the Queen of Swords. And since I'm doing them together, the Seven of Wands is about like almost being like victorious. We've fought all these battles. We fought the battles of being stuck where we didn't want to be and losing our money and walking away from our dreams. We went inside and isolated because you made us. And instead of choosing and to be this malicious woman here, the Queen of Swords in reverse, in which we could have been because we're so angry at these people here, but we let judgment do its thing. We're being victorious, and in the end, after choosing that victorious route, we're getting the Three of Cups, and that's all about celebration and family and friendship. So all the way from the Three of Cups in the beginning, we're right back at the beginning. We're going to stay in love. We have this wonderful hope card. So keep pouring that water back into the earth, and it'll keep giving us something back. So I don't know. I thought it was a really neat reading, and I just wanted to document it to see if my powers are kicking in any better. So, all right, well, say good night, baby Buddha, and yeah, good night, y'all. Bye. Stay safe.